Hey, everybody, this is Matt, and welcome to our Thursday Tech Huddle. Today, we're going to be talking about Classkick. And if you've never used Classkick before, you're in for a treat. And if you use Classkick before, this is great for you because we're going to go over how to use it and then how to create a virtual manipulative and a multiple choice question. So first thing that you'd want to do is log into Classkick and log into your teacher account. And you're going to notice, let me just move myself down here. You're going to notice that you have a dashboard right here, and you want to make sure that you're in the assignments. Then hit the plus sign, and you can create a blank new assignment or create something from a file. Now, when you create a blank new assignment, how Classkick is set up is that you have these different slides, right? So when I open up a slide, I can add my own content, and I can do that using this toolbar. So the toolbar has a variety of different tools. So for instance, if you wanted to use a pen, a highlighter, or an eraser, you can do that. So if I wanted to, say for instance, I want to draw a nice face right here, I can add text, directions. Okay. I can also draw a line if I want to draw a line, and I can do a hyperlink. So if I had a website that I wanted students to go to, let's say, for instance, I want students to go to Google, I could just put down the Google website, and then it puts this hyperlink available for students to be able to access. I can add pictures, so I can click right here to upload from my own computer or from a camera, and I can add audio. So this is a great feature right here for making things a little bit more accessible for students. Say, for instance, I wanted to go here. I'm going to hit allow. I'm going to say, hey, go to google.com and look up a website. All right, so right here is the audio instructions. So I'm going to put the audio instructions right here. And I can also do some other things right here, adding manipulatives, fill in the blanks, and multiple choice, which we're going to get to here in just a second. And then the background, this is really neat because the background lets you change the color of your paper. And if you scroll down, you can even change the type of paper that you use, whether you want to use, a chart, Venn diagram, even lined notebook paper. Okay. Now, the next thing that you could do is you could assign this to students. You have multiple slides, by the way, just to let you know, so you could put more activities on there. But if you want to assign this to students, you simply go right up here to this arrow and click on assign. And then you would do what is called assign a roster. Now you can assign a roster. I'm just going to create a roster, and I'm going to call this sample PD, and we're going to do 10.5. I'm going to hit OK. All right. So now what I can do now is I can share this with students via sharing this link right here. Or if you're a third and fourth grade teacher, you can share via Google Classroom simply by clicking on this. This is really neat. And then going and choosing your class and then choosing what type of assignment you want. Let's say, for instance, you don't necessarily want to share it via a link. You want to share it via this code. You could share this code with students and on their devices. So students can go to classkick.com. Let me open up a new window here. Actually, let me open up a brand new incognito window. And I'm going to just drag this down here. So this is what students would do. They would go to classkick.com or open up the Classkick app on their device, and they could go in as a student and just enter in your code. So that's another way of doing it. So there's a couple different ways you could set that up, but that's how it would work. Students can then participate, and you'll be able to see their work by simply going to the View Work tab, and you'll be able to see what they're doing and how they're doing it. So really neat tool. But how do you actually maybe make a virtual manipulative activity or a multiple choice question? So let's show you a multiple choice question right now. And I'm going to go right back to the assignment that I just created. One way that you can make a multiple choice question is using the text box right here and then typing in your question. But then you have to actually type in the letters you want students to look at. So question A, question B, answer C, answer D, answer E. You'd have to do it that way. I don't necessarily like that. So what I like to do instead is I like to actually have a document that I create, a Google Doc right here, where I can have the different types of questions available. So here's a trick for you. If you, say, for instance, have a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc, type in your questions and use the bullet points. So, for example, if I want to add a new question, I can go and add a bullet point. I can type in my question, hit return, and then tab. And now, as you can see, you have your different answers that you can choose from. So I like that. So I would probably go through and create my own questions like that. Or if you'd like, you can create pre-made questions from, say, for instance, an existing worksheet that you have. So this is just one way to do it. All right, next, what I'll do is I'm going to download this as a PDF. Okay, so you want to download this as a PDF. You can download any type of Google Doc, Google Slideshow presentation as a PDF. Then I'm going to go into Classkick. And you have a couple options here. One is you could add this as a picture. Okay, so I could go ahead, I can click in here, I can upload from my computer, and here it is. Here's the untitled document, and here it is. Ooh, very cool. I can select what I want right here. I can hit next, I can add another. So that's one way I could do this. Okay. And then when I'm finished, let me just do this, hit finish. Now it adds it in here automatically for me. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is that I have to drag this down, I have to drag this over, okay? So that's one way to add the questions. Another way could be doing this, just creating a brand new assignment and creating it from a blank file. Now what I can do is upload this assignment, and I can choose, I only want this page. And I'm going to hit next, and add. Now what it does is it automatically adds this page in here for me. I can still move things around, but it's a whole lot better than what I just shared with you earlier. So you can do that. If you want the entire document, you can import the entire document, which is nice. Now, how do you make this a multiple choice question that is automatically graded? Well, that's where this comes in. So this icon right here is the multiple choice icon. You simply have this keypad right here, and you choose how many points you want it to be worth after you select the correct answer. So for this question, snow occurs below which temperature in Fahrenheit? Well, obviously that's 32 degrees, and we're going to give it 2 points. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to move this right over here. Now I have you see how this is grayed out? That does not show up for the students. That's merely because this is the teacher version of this document. All right, now I can go to the next question. Next question is, which type of participation would most likely occur at 33 degrees Fahrenheit? Well, that would most likely be snow, or not snow, but rain. I'm going to hit save, and voila, I can drag this down. Now, a little scaffold and support that you might want to have in place is possibly reading the instructions or reading the questions. You could do that as well. All right. So let's say, for instance, you want to do some type of activity where it's drag and drop. Okay. So in this particular example, this is for the water cycle. And you'll notice that it has some different spots right here for vocabulary terms. But what if you wanted students to just simply drag and drop the terms? Well, you can do that by using this trick. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to add a new page. Okay. When I add that new page, I'm going to add a picture and upload it from my computer. And I'm going to go into that document, and I'm going to say, oh, this is the water cycle that I want to add. Okay, so I'm going to import that, and that's going to pop right in here. Now, I can change the sizing of this if I'd like, simply by clicking on the corner and clicking on this little dot right here and moving it. Okay, as you can see, that changes it a little bit. Now, how do I actually get the answers? Well, that's where this button comes into effect. The two little dots, that's the Add Manipulative button. So I'm going to go ahead and select this file. And now I'm going to select this picture right here. Next, I'm going to add another. Select this one right here. Next, add another. So I'm going through and I'm adding these different things right here. And then add another, and then run off. So I'm doing this individually. So basically it's taking a picture. I'm going to add all of them. And notice here they are. Okay. I can move them down, which that's probably a good thing to do. All right. And notice that they're layered. So one of the things about it being layered like this is it's good that I actually put the picture right here first, because if I put this last, then I wouldn't be able to see my responses, because when I would drag them over top of one another, they would hide behind one another. So you have this. If you want to resize them, you simply click on them and then adjust the size by using these little handles down here, these green ones. And now you are ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assign this to students. So I'm going to go ahead and hit assign. I'm going to add a roster, and I'm going to use that roster that I used earlier, sample PD. And now I'm going to give this to a student to complete. Okay, so let's see what it looks like from a student perspective. What do you say? So I'm going to open this up as a student. We're going to open it up in a brand new incognito window to show you what the student's going to see. Okay, so the student's going to get in. They're going to log in. It's going to take them here. I'm going to add my name. And now here is my slide. So you can see that the student is going to go in. They're going to answer the questions. They can't move this picture, but they can move this around. Okay. Now, what do you see as a teacher? Well, you as a teacher can actually see their work by going to work. And you can see right here, ooh, they didn't get either one of these right. Automatically grades it, by the way. Right here, ooh, they have all this right here. So you can mark this up if you want with a pen or pencil. You could even add a sticker. I have some stickers right here, and I'm going to add this sticker. Just go here, not quite. Gonna add that in there. You can add your own custom stickers as well. So that's how you do this. It'll automatically grade for you, as you can see right here. If you wanted to share this with students and show some examples, you could do that. One little filter you could use is you could hide student names. So now they don't know which student is which. So you could go over work. It's a great tool that you can use on the iPad or any other device. And we have a pro version of Classkick, which makes it even better.